All right, as long as we're talking about transportation, let's go to the big one, if you will. We have 20 cents per gallon tax increase and zero. Where does the twain meet here? How do we get that resolved? Or will we?
Ooh.
That's
Well,
We're going to have
well,
to.
you know, and that's going to take a lot of compromise, and because it's got two very different ways of solving the transportation funding issue. And gas tax is an important piece of what we do, because any outstate drivers, any truckers that come through, we need to have that revenue come from the gas tax. So you can't just do away with it and go to a mileage-based fee that could be a viable way to do folks from Minnesota to get that, but we can't do away with it, because then we don't get the outstate folks and the visitors and all the folks that come to our great resorts. We miss all that. So we need a mixture. What that is, I'm not quite sure. You know, we seen a deal that came through on the Senate floor the other day, that the outfit that came and rated our infrastructure, our roads as Ds and the bridges at Cs or whatever it was. We did a little research, and it didn't make any difference if you had the highest gas tax or the lowest gas tax. You all got Ds.
Yeah.
In fact, the
I
lowest
gotta
ones
believe
got better rates than the ones with the highest ones. So that it's kind of a red herring, I think, looking at that rating. But I don't know where we're going to meet on this thing. I think it's an important discussion. I was the author and the vocal point on the sales tax on automotive parts, and taking that and putting that into the transportation fund. I still think that we should take all of that and put it in there. I think that it needs to be a mixture.
The Senate bill is, correct?
That's what the Senate bill is,
Yeah.
correct. So going from that, it's going to be a good debate and a good discussion. We'll see how that goes.
Senator Carlson?
Well, I've always been in favor of using the gas tax as the funder for transportation, because it is the purest user fee that we have. For tabs and gas tax, it all goes to roads and bridges, except a tiny amount that's estimated to be used for ATVs and off-road vehicles, things like that. But one of the things that I always look at is how to export our costs for transportation, and that's the gas tax. When people come here, fill up, and then leave the state, they drive on the fuel that they used here to go to the Mall of America, or to go to the Twin Stadium, or to go to something else, Viking Stadium, all of that. That exports our costs to the people that come in here, and even the recreation people. So I tend to favor that. I think everybody agrees that we need more funding into it. And right now, we need, in the next 10 years, we're short $6 billion. In 20 years, we're short $18 billion. Minnesota has the 5th largest road system in the country. And we're way down in population, way down in geographical size, but then we're way up in the damage because of our environment. We have potholes. And one of the things that, I have to tell this story, my niece has an almost brand new Nissan, and a week ago today, she hit a pothole on Highway 694 and did $3,400 damage to her car. And so that's what we're paying for.
Many Minnesotans have experienced that.
Yes.
We're really drawing down to our time here. So if there I go, Representative Runbeck, if you have about a 10-second, 15-second, and also for Representative Hansen.
Well, roads are, I think, one of the big issues that has to come out of this session. People have to be happy with what we're doing in that area. So I'm confident we're going to find a way. I'm also confident we have a really good transportation department who knows how to build roads and to find more cost-effective ways to do it as well. So we'll leave it up to them.
Last word.
I can guarantee there will be a compromise.
All right. Okay, that'll be fun to sort out. I've got a couple of ideas, but I'm irrelevant. All right.